Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. This is Your Mental Health Matters, and my name is Crystal Kelly. I am your host for this evening. So, we have an amazing organization and topic we will be bringing to you guys. And so, as of right now, we got two amazing guests on our panel this evening. And so, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to kind of introduce yourselves, and then we'll get into our podcast. So whoever wants to introduce first.
Sure, I'll go first. I'm Michelle Schonenefel, and I am the Executive Director for a Hope Center. I've been with a Hope Center for 17 years, and I've been in the position of Executive Director for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Hi, my name is Dominique Nettles. I am the charge nurse of our South Clinton location of the Hope Center. I've been with the Hope Center going on 2 years now.
Okay.
Nice.
Welcome.
Welcome.
So we seen the Hope Center around in the city, and I know probably a lot of people still don't know what you guys do. But tonight we want to kind of integrate the two. How is the Hope Center related to mental health? And so I guess that's the question for you, Miss Dominique. Kind of sharing your story, a little bit of your testimony. We would love to hear it.
Okay. So Hope Center really likes to come alongside of the young women and assist them with the barriers, not only of to make sure that they can carry and parent their children, but to make sure that they realize who they are and their self-worth, the worth of their families, the worth of who they can be in their community, to become, valuable members in our community, and not to feel like they are, withdrawn or segregated by the situations that they're going through, to really let them know that they're not alone and we are there for them. And not only that, but to give them an environment that they can come into and look at other people that are in our community that are also facing the same barriers that they are.
I love that. So you guys been around for, you say 17 years?
Well, I've been affiliated with the Hope Center for 17 years, but a
Okay.
Hope Center celebrated its 40th anniversary this year.
All right.
Wow.
Congrats. That's amazing. So how can a person get in connected, like, with the Hope Center? Like, what's the process when it comes to that?
So you can always just, you can search online for us, or you can look at different, like 211 and look for places like that, and we are always there within the community to assist. You just call our line and we can get them scheduled, and or online. We also have texts that they can try to contact us with. We just have different ways that they can contact us 24/7 that they can just schedule, and we get them right on in.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what are some of the things I'm just interested in, because I'm a therapist, and so what are some things that you guys are noticing with the ladies that come to you guys when it comes to their mental health?
Okay. A lot of the young women come and you can almost see that they feel that they don't have self-worth, or that their self-esteem is really low, or that they feel like there's a lot of I can'ts, or I don't think I can do that. And we just have to remind them, that they are, children of God.
That's
and that they
right.
can do all things through Christ. And so just seeing our young women from the moment that they come in and ask for a pregnancy test to the moment that they bring their newborn and say, I just got a new job, I just got my apartment, oh, we're getting married. It just makes your heart leap for joy.
Yeah,
I
wow.
love that.
Do you have a lot of, I don't know if you have like a certain age group that you work with, and if so, do you have a lot of young people that have quit school and come to you, or are trying to stay in school? What does that look like?
So a lot of times we don't have an age. There's no age range.
Right.
If there's a 14-year-old that comes to us and she's pregnant, we will help her. If there's a 40-year-old that comes to us and she's pregnant,
Okay.
we will help her. If there is someone that is underage, we can do a pregnancy test with them, but they'll do the self-test. And we can't really give them much information, but we can get them started to at least know that, yes, I'm pregnant. Now I can figure, and kind of help them through those options, maybe helping them to relay the information to their parents, or different things like that, just to kind of come alongside of them so they're not so scared, and try to ease the load, let them know, you don't have to make a quick decision with, something like pregnancy. And then once we get them along in, we can really get them started. When their parents come and sign documents, we can get like ultrasounds and information to them going, get their Medicaid established so that we can get them to see doctors. We do have women that come to us and they are depressed and or already have anxiety and they have they're on certain medications. We have a program that we work with providers in Indianapolis that know these medications and know how these medications affect those women who already have any type of mental illness or anything like that, and just come alongside them with no judgment so that they don't feel attacked or they don't feel like I have to make a decision right today.
Now, do you guys have mental health facilities at your site?
So no, a Hope Center does not have licensed therapists. We are a limited medical facility. We have nurses, PAs, and we have peer counselors. We have trained advocates. When we identify people as needing some further assistance, there are multiple places within the Fort Wayne community that we can refer to. Specifically, we're always looking for places that offer free or services at no cost, or that are accepting of Medicaid services. I know with mental health, one of the bigger barriers is the wait times to get in for services. So when people are combating that, at least having someone to talk to in peer counseling and someone just to walk alongside of them, and then just to be there for them, we offer a lot of that support, as she was saying. And if they do have any addictions or any other barriers, we will pass people on to the Monarch Clinic with Dr. Sarah Turner, who will follow them with the certain medications. One thing we want to make sure that we do is we say you don't stop any medications just because you're pregnant. You need to make sure that the prescribing doctor knows immediately that you are pregnant. And so little things like that not everybody people just don't always know those things. And have someone just kind of give you that advice, give you a little step in the right direction. A lot of our girls have never even made their own doctor's appointment. And just to come, leave, and have a step-by-step what to do next alleviates so much of that.
That is so true.
And Dominique is, she knows what it's like.
Yes.
How much of your story do you want to share?
So I'll share my story about my experience with the Hope Center. I actually found out my first pregnancy. I found out I was pregnant at 14. And unfortunately, that pregnancy did end in abortion. And so finding out I was pregnant again at 16, all of those emotions flooded me. Like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Here's another, now I have to have another abortion. I can't believe I made this mistake again. All of those judgment feelings, all of those feelings from the first situation. And so going into a Hope Center's doors and being met by the staff that was there, and so we're talking 17 years ago, being met by the staff that was there and them embracing me with open arms, just saying, okay, you have a decision, you have a voice, no one can force you to do anything. Just making sure that I knew that they would be there for me, that they would help me to, stay in school. They would help me to learn how to be a parent, even though I was only 16 years old, and make sure that I was not only just parenting, but parenting well, making sure I knew what to expect before this child got here, knowing that empowering me to stay in school, making sure that I knew I had a future and that, this wasn't my end game. Walking into those doors again and being met with God's love was everything for me. It really was a tremendous experience taking the classes, the courses. My husband came alongside. Back then we were, just two 16-year-olds just trying to figure it out. And they were kind of there to kind of nudge and guide us this way and nudge and guide us this way. And when we fell that way, and a lot of times having an advocate, the person that you go in to talk to, so they get that one-on-one person, having that person to talk to almost kind of felt like therapy. It wasn't therapy, but it felt like therapy because being 16 and pregnant, you don't have a lot of people to talk to. You got a lot of people on the outside looking in, but you don't have a lot of people to open up to. And so to go somewhere and they're like, we'll pray for you. We're going to give you factual information. We're going to help you financially to, get the big items for your baby. And then not only that, we're going to help you until that baby turns 3. And if you're ever pregnant again, we're going to be there to help you for that.
So you made an interesting point, because I don't think a lot of people realize that your facility is not just for the females or the young ladies.
Yes.
It's also for the guys, and that's interesting. And can you speak a little bit about that? And then also, I don't want to keep talking, but anyway.
No, you're fine.
Also, what do you remember about, I guess, if you were going through any particular emotions throughout that process, how did the Hope Center help you at that time?
Okay. So the Hope Center actually, when it came to my finding out I was pregnant again and really trying to figure out how I could be 16 and have a baby and not have to have another abortion, trying to figure out every avenue, they were literally able to bring out the facts for me. This is what it looks like when you have a chemical abortion. This is what it looks like when you have a abortion by pill. All of those different things. This is what it would look like for adoption. And so just those emotions of, thinking about nightmares or the anxieties or depression or feeling like I'm not good enough, going into high school, already being the one who's already had an abortion, being a freshman, you have those talks in school and already being that person who kind of has that, because you're so afraid and you don't want anybody to find out your business.
Right.
Being there, they were really able to just pour that into me and assure me that I was forgiven and that I was set free and I did not have to live with that shame for the rest of my life. And not only that, come alongside of my husband and say, I understand you were hurt by that abortion. I know that, you're the dad, but, also give him a title and a role in that situation as well and really respect his pain with that. They do a lot more as far as pouring into the young men, making sure that they know how to change the diapers, making sure they know how to swaddle, making sure they know it's okay when baby's crying to put the baby down and walk away. All of those important things that sometimes dads don't know. The Hope Center has fatherhood classes to come along and help them with that. Bible studies that they can do with the men. All of those things. They have programs for the young men we have programs for the young men that if the young men are hurt from the past abortion, they can go away to a retreat.
It's through Deeper
Yeah,
Still. It's
yeah.
not part of us.
Yeah,
but
it's
we
not
refer
part
to
of us,
it.
but yeah, we refer to that to Deeper Still, and just all different type of resources for the young men just as well as the young women.
Okay.
That is beautiful.
That's awesome.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
We have a lot of great things. The men get the same perks that the women do. However, they even get additional perks. If they come 6 times in a row, they get a $100 gift card to Walmart. So that's an addition. So
Right.
that's an addition to every hour they're spending with us. That's a monetary value of about $15 with the education. So there are people in our program that have never bought their own diapers. It's designed that if they did the bare minimum
Yeah.
in the first through 7 months, they'd end up with a brand new crib, a mattress, car seat, 6 dozen diapers and wipes. So you're just like starting off with
my
the
goodness.
core essentials.
This is amazing.
That's awesome.
So when you say with the parenting for the young men as well, does that include young men who are not still connected with the mom, or do they have to be together?
So the person that comes to earn the points needs to be the biological father. However, if it ends up being like a stepdad or another boyfriend, they can come and learn along with the mom, but they just don't get the additional points. We want to have biological father involved, and that's who they get the points. Other than that, we have a lot of grandmas that want to come in and help as well, and they would earn the points for the fathers, and they would just sign up for that in a heartbeat. But we want the biological fathers to be the ones there, and we have a small amount of male advocates who can meet one-on-one with our men and mentor them as well and help them, let them know, hey, I know the pressures of having to be a provider and doing all these things at such a young age.
Right.
And there's a lot of pressures there. And just I wish that we had more of the young men involved, and if we could get the word out there that it is a really cool program, and we have extra snacks in the men's room, we have a game table. I mean,
Little perks,
they give a little
right.
extras.
Right. I love that. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Celestio, do you have any questions that you would like to?
Well, I was kind of wondering, like, again, how do you, is in the efforts of getting the word out, right? Is there, you guys have events coming up soon? Are there things you do out in the community as far as?
Yes. Okay. So as far as events go, we have a fundraising event that is going to be actually this Wednesday, just a few days away, and it's a golf outing.
Oh, nice.
And you can still get tickets. It's $100 a person to golf. There's lots of prizes that you can win, and if you get a hole-in-one on hole 14, Thrills RV, we'll give you a free camper.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So yes, I think it's the hardest hole, but that you can win a free camper while you're there. There's other really cool prizes. It's just a lot of fun supporting a really good event, and we started this up. This is going to be the second year, and it brought in a lot more male awareness too. And then as far as going out in the community too, there's other things that we do. One thing that Dominique is certified in is she is trained through Ascend. It's a national organization, and she is a sexual risk avoidance specialist. She is also trained and certified through I Decide for Me, which is an Indiana written curriculum to Indiana state standards. And so she's certified and trained in both of those. And she can go into the community, into schools, youth groups, and share about sexual risk avoidance.
And really just share to, again, those young men, young women and young men, who they are. Make sure their crown is straight. Make sure they realize that they belong to a king, and
That's
they should
right.
perform as such. Making sure that they don't feel that heaviness and that loneliness of just day to day, life can really get heavy on our young men and women around this community, and just making sure that they're not struggling, and just making sure that they know, that sex isn't always the best thing, especially as a teenager. Making sure that they know those friends that want to hand you the drinks and the weed, they may not always be the friends that you want to hang with. Even the family members, sometimes you have to watch what happens when mom and dad are the ones that are passing you the drink. How to react to that, how to make sure where you're started at is not where you're ending at. Making sure that you realize that, just because this is where I was born, or whatever struggles my family had, you can overcome those things. Or whatever struggles you've put yourself in my situation, you can overcome those things.
That's amazing. So you guys offer trainings. Like if someone off the street hear about the Hope Center and all the wonderful things you guys are doing, how can someone get into the program? Is it like a higher position, or is it like a volunteer position?
Oh, that's a great question. So there's a lot of ways to partner with the Hope Center. And as far as working within the center and within our with our clients and such, most of the people that start with us have started as a volunteer. I started as a volunteer. I was a volunteer nurse. And when my kids were really small, and as they got older, I added to it, and I started working a couple of days, and I was lead nurse at the Hobson Road location, or basically her position that's at the South Clinton location, before I moved into the executive director role. So most of the people affiliated with our organization did start as a volunteer. Now, we are upfront and honest about it. We have a vetting process, and we are faith-based. You have to sign a statement of faith that you do agree with Jesus as being the Savior and the Trinity. And we also have quite an extensive training. The training has over 40 hours of just videos and testing. Okay, that's just that portion of it. And this is to be just an advocate, and just to know just different things about how to approach somebody, how to sit and speak with them without making them feel threatened, how to make them feel like you're not speaking to them from the ivory tower.
Right, right.
And,
yeah.
There's different things, and how to share the gospel in a way that it's received without using Christianese
Yeah,
and
very
words,
true.
redemption and things like that they've never heard, and bringing it down. In that. And then we have a day and a half in-class group training that happens 3 times a year.
Okay.
And it's an overview of what a Hope Center is in itself. Basically, what is our programs, what a tour of our centers, how our Bright course works, that's our training programs, how our EMR works, our electronic medical records,
Right.
all of our, how the phone system works, how
Everything.
all of those things. And then you go through observations, you go through role plays, you get checked off. And it is very extensive. When I went through the training, when I started, it took 6 months. Now, it doesn't take quite that long now
Right.
because we can get those videos on our phones and such.
Okay,
We
yeah.
used to have to go in the office and put in the DVD in a room, and hopefully somebody
work.
else wasn't
Right.
watching the DVD you needed. So it took a little while,
Old school, right.
Yeah, so it took a little longer, but it still takes quite it's an extensive training. So, and then we watch people with clients. And so, sometimes people are more geared to different things, whether it's the Earn Way You Learn program or to be an advocate, or maybe they have an eye for designing the boutique and they put it all together and they make it look so cute. Or they're out there pulling our weeds and, cleaning up the outside. Or they're being a church liaison and they're having new clothing drives and bringing in new clothes to our facility. Maybe they're facilitating baby bottle campaigns.
Okay.
Or they're doing having teams at our annual Strides of Hope, which happens at the end of the summer every year. This year it's coming back to Fort Wayne again. It has been in Columbia City the last 4 years. So it'll be at Shove Park on September 7th at the Conklin Pavilion at Shove
Okay.
Park.
Now, what is
it's
explain that?
And so Strides of Hope is it's a fundraiser. It's a family fundraiser.
Okay.
So this is very much where you bring your kids, your strollers,
that.
wheelchairs. People are pushed. People decorate their strollers. They decorate their wheelchairs. So going around, you get a T-shirt and prizes. We have a jumping
Jump house.
jump house moonwalk.
Oh, okay.
And face
Perfect.
painting and just different things like that, and people sponsor you, and
Okay.
the highest team gets a prize, the highest person that gets the highest pledges gets prizes. And there's a raffle.
Okay.
What a lot of people like about this, especially the kids, is all you have to do is be there for equal chance of winning a basket. Everybody gets 1 ticket for showing up. You don't even have to donate. It doesn't
Okay.
on the basket raffle. You don't even have to donate. You show up, you get a ticket. Everyone has a one chance of winning, and we draw. And there's lots of baskets donated throughout the community, and and the kids. That's just a fun thing for the kids
Yeah.
too. It's our big family event.
Okay, I love that. So it seems like you guys do a lot of fundraising for your funds to make things happen for your clients.
Because all of our services are free. They're at no
Gotcha.
cost to our clients.
I love that.
And in fact, we're doing everything we can to eliminate the barriers for them to see us. Implementing the 24/7 text line with a nurse costs money. Implementing a language translation service
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah.
in 300 languages that's at our fingertips so that we don't have to turn anyone away when they
Right.
come in the door. And wait 2 days, because when that happens, their life turns upside
Big
down, and we
time. I
don't
believe
even
that.
we don't even see them again.
Yeah.
Or implementing Lyft if they don't have transportation right there. Lyft services to pick them up and bring them to us. Little things like that,
love that.
because our girls, they finally made it. Oh, they've picked up the phone call or they've texted in. They finally built up that courage, and then there's this barrier, and we're trying to eliminate that
I
barrier and
love
get them
that.
right now.
Can you say about how many, on average, young people that you serve, on average, or is it just a rolling?
So yes, I've got lots of statistics from my grants
Okay.
memorized. So we had, last year, we had over 1,000 unique clients. That's clients that
Wow.
came like so that even if they came
For a
multiple
year.
times, so we had over 1,000, it was like 1,066 clients, unique clients, and then we had over 7,000 appointments.
Wow.
We had over 15,000 community resources that we gave out.
Oh, that's
Um,
amazing.
Just it is quite we have had some just really amazing things happening. We've had record number of people accepting the gospel and saying the salvation prayer, accepting
love
Jesus
that.
more than ever. There is there's a yearning
Yeah.
for wanting to know. In
Right.
fact, we have a wise older nurse there. She said we always followed them if they had a positive pregnancy test, and we would follow them and give them, they could do the Bible studies and such. But if they left with a negative test, if they were
Right.
interested in the gospel, we didn't see them again. We so she's wise. Sue says we need to implement a program so that they can learn about Jesus on the next step, even if they have a
I
negative
love
pregnancy
that. Very
test.
true.
Because really, if you don't have salvation, what do you have?
Come on. That's the foundation right there.
So with that, do you have like a chapel service there? And what does that look like?
Good question. No, we don't have a
Oh,
chapel service.
okay.
However, it's a Bible. It's called All Things New.
Okay.
And it's led by Nurse Sue at the Clinton location, and it's led by Barbara at our volunteer Barbara. She's been there for years at our Hobson Road location, and it's like one-on-one Bible study. And the goal is then, as they get like the foundations, and then get them interested in going into the local church.
Okay.
And kind of getting to know them a little bit and seeing where would be a good fit, where are you close to?
Okay.
And because we want them to have their own local church.
Right. Very true.
Right.
Very true. Okay. So for those who are joining us right now, we have the Hope Center as our guest, and they're just providing information about who they are and resources that they give out to the community. So we just want to use these last few minutes for you guys to kind of put out there, like, why should somebody go to the Hope Center? Like, if you have this young lady, this girl who's lost, why should they come to the Hope Center?
Oh, that's you, honey.
Come
All
on.
you.
Well, if you are feeling alone, or if you are feeling like you have no one to talk to, if you are in a room full of people and you feel alone, come to a Hope Center to be seen.
Yeah.
We see everybody, and we see past any color, race, anything, any barrier that you think may be a barrier, we will see past it. If you just want hope, if you want encouragement, come to a Hope Center, because we
love
will
that.
pray with you, we will talk with you, we will love on you, we will cry with you.
Come on.
We will, we'll read our Bibles with you. That's what we love to do. I often joke and say, I get to be a hope dealer. Like, I get to deal out.
I like that.
To the
Right.
hopeless.
Come on.
I get girls that come in, and when I say they come in and they just look like, I don't know, and then they walk out smiling. They walk out laughing. They walk out just saying, "Can I hug you?" And they come back and they bring me their babies back, and they're just like, "Thank you, because this baby wouldn't have been here." So if you need any type of encouragement, the Hope Center is a great place to go. If you feel like you found yourself in a place where you're pregnant, or your girlfriend's pregnant, or someone that's pregnant and they're struggling, send them our way. We won't turn anyone away. We will open our arms and love you with God's love.
I love that. Can you guys give us your locations? You have a few right here in the city, right?
Yeah, there's two right here in Fort Wayne. Right around the corner here is the one at South Clinton location. At the South Clinton location, it's 3702 South Clinton. Right next to Southside, in the same parking lot, is the old Sears building. The
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows where that location is. It's a brick building. And out northeast is the Hobson Road location at 3630 Hobson Road. It's almost the corner of Hobson and Coliseum. And that is where we do our trainings. So if you were interested in being a volunteer as well, you would do your trainings there as well. But then you could move on to the other centers. We do have one west that is in Columbia City.
Okay.
Right now it's open one day a week. It's got a smaller population. It's a rural population, so it's not not as many people
Right.
going through that one, but that we have that location as well. So we're always just trying to reach the need that we have, which is, I mean, we are open Monday through Thursday here in Fort Wayne. Our evening hours are on Thursdays. So the second and fourth Thursday, it's open till 8
Okay.
at the Hobson Road location. The first and third Thursday, it's open till 8 at the Clinton location.
Okay.
And so to accommodate all the schedules.
Love that.
Now, if it's 10 o'clock at night and you're just distraught, you get on our website and you text one of our nurses, one of our Infinite Worth nurses that are trained, will respond to you, answer questions with you, get you put into a schedule for us. So, even on the days that we're closed,
Okay.
we can be gotten in touch with.
I love that. So we thank you ladies for coming on our show tonight. This was very informative. This is what we're about. We want to let the community know that there are resources, when you're dealing with pregnancy, when you're dealing with mental health. This is a great resource. So again, thank you guys for joining us. This is an amazing topic that we brought to you guys. So next month, we'll be right back at it. First and third Friday of the month. Please tune in for the topics all regarding mental health. Thank you.